Hello everyone, I welcome you all to our YouTube channel Umang Solutions. Here you will find video lectures on Android app development, web development and Python programming. We are putting our best efforts to give you the right material and best knowledge to acknowledge and an insightful playlist. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe now. And I also wanted to show you our LinkedIn page. This is our LinkedIn page. Follow this page if you want to get updates on ongoing workshops or any other events that we are going to conduct in future. And recently we started a small student community. In this community we help students to learn these technologies like Android, web and Python. These technologies we will teach them if they are interested, and if you know other kind of technologies like IoT and machine learning and Django, you can share your knowledge to this community, within this community. Okay, if you are willing to join in this community, we want that thing from your side. Okay, now coming to the topic, in this video we are going to learn about spinners in Android. So what are the spinners? Why we are using spinners in Android Studio? What is the use case of them? So to know about, first we have to do some work on it. So first open your Android Studios. Open your Android Studios and create a new project. And I already done that work. See, my Android Studio. This is my Android Studio, and I already done that. My build process is also finished. So I can move to coding part to do spinners. Wait a second, I'm connecting my phone to the Android Studio. Okay, so this is my Android Studio and this is my XML file. Wait a second. Yeah, this is my XML file. See, and this is my Java file. This is my XML file and corresponding Java file. So these two are interlinked. So this is the default thing we will get when we create a new layout. And now, so coming to the spinners. Spinners are somewhat similar to drop-down lists, which we are using in HTML and some other kind of technologies. We use drop-down lists. So these lists are called spinners in Android Studios. It provides a set of items to choose one from the given list. Okay, it will give some set of items in that list, and we have to choose one from the given list. So that is the spinners. These are similar to the drop down lists. So let's create a spinner. Remove this text and change this layout to constraint. This is constraint layout. Change this to a linear layout. Now, yeah. Change this to linear layout. Wait a second, it's a bit slow. Yeah, this is my linear layout. And add a spinner to this layout. See, it is suggesting us there is a spinner here, so use this spinner. Keep the width as a match parent and height as a wrap content. So if you want to know about this, what is this wrap content and what is this match parent, So you can watch the previous videos. We covered that part in the previous videos in our Umang Solutions YouTube channel. You can go through that, and the playlist is Android app, Android with Firebase. That is the playlist name. In that playlist, you can find this, what is the wrap content and what is the match parent. And the video name is basic login app with navigation. You can watch that video to know the basic things of Android and how we code and what is the link between main activity and activity underscore XML file. So what is the link and how this happening, how these are communicating with each other, all those things are covered in that video. You can watch that. The video name is basic login page with navigation. Yeah, that is the basic thing. And to know about this linear layout, this is also covered in that topic only. And see, these layouts are very important. These layouts are very important while we are learning Android app development. Linear layout, relative layout, if possible learn constraint layout also. So give height as a wrap content, height wrap content, and give a gravity center to this whole layout, center, yeah, and give ID to the spinner. What spinner? Yeah, that's it. We are done with XML part. Now our XML spinner is ready, but we have to give action to the spinner in main activity.java. So this is called activity. So to know this, why this is called, this whole thing is activity, why we call this Java files as activity in Android Studio. To know about this, you can watch a mobile app development playlist. In that playlist, we covered this topic, why this is called activity, what is an activity. So we covered all these things in that playlist, mobile app development. These topics covered in 2 videos. The first 2 videos, activity lifecycle and demonstrations of activity lifecycle. You can watch those 2 videos to learn what is an activity. What is an activity? Why we call this one as activity? So moving to the spinner, bind those XML component, UI component to Java. Spinner. Yeah, we just declared a variable to the spinner class. This is a non-primitive classes. And now go to the spinner bind using find view by ID syntax, r.id. and spinner. See, if you want to know this thing, this is also covered in that video, basic login app. You can watch that video. You can cover half of the topic of linear layout and binding part, navigation part. Okay, now what we have to do, we just bind the XML, we binded the UI component to Java component. Now simply create one array, just one array. Simply create just one array. String braces and give some values. So this is how we created an array in our Java programming. In Java programming, we create a string array. This is called string array. See, this is the data type. This is the data type, and this is the name to that array. So I want 3 items in this array. One is choose role. Another one is student, and another one is professor. So this is an array, string array. So this is how we declared an array. Okay, now I want an array list. So I want an array list. So if you want to know about what is an array list, you can simply Google it. It is nothing difference with, there is no big difference between array and array list. One main difference is array list is dynamically it can change. Dynamically it can change the size of its own. It can change its size dynamically. But arrays can't change their size. We have to declare. Declare first. Before using the array, we have to declare the size. But array list, there is no thing in there is no need of declaring a size for that array list. That is the major thing, difference between array and array list. You can simply Google it. That is not a big task. Give array list. If you want a string array list, what we can do here, you can declare. The syntax is similar to the array. There is no big change in that. The new array list. So this is one array list. So what we have to do, we have to put these values, see these values into the array list. These values into the array list. If you don't want this array at all, you don't want this array at all, what we can do, you can do just array list dot add of 0 comma choose roll. This is a string na, so choose roll. So in this type you can insert the elements into this array list. Insert this element choose roll in the 0th index in this array list. So you can also use these things. You can add 3 items like array list dot add index 1 and student. You can also do like that, but I like this syntax. I like this syntax actually, so I go on through this. So I want to insert these values, insert this array into array list. How can I do that? In Java we can use arrays concepts. Arrays dot list values. Arrays dot list dot values. So now this array list has these things. I can also show you in normal Java programming. I also done that. See, same syntax I have done. See, string values choose roll student professor. See, this is the thing I have done here. See, this array list and arrays, this arrays and array list are in java.util.star. In this package, these two classes are there. So now if I run this, you can get the same things whatever you have here. If I run this, see, you will get, see, you get hello world, and I just give some string here. So see, here you have choose roll in the 0th index, in the first index you have student, and the third index, in the second index you have professor. Nothing big change. You can also do this thing also, array list dot add, array list dot add of what is the string. If you, there is no need to give index also, you can give directly. What I want to give some Santosh. Yeah, if I run, see what happens. Oh yeah, I just forgot the semicolon. Yeah, see now what you will get. See, you will get Santosh. There is no need of giving indexes. But if you are using arrays, you can't give like this. You can't give like this. You have to give like this, array of 0. But here you have to give the index, and then you have to use equal sign. But if you are using the array list concept, there is no need of this thing. It will dynamically change, and it will dynamically allocate the indexes to the values. So now moving to the Android Studio, see, this is the array list. So now we have an array list with these 3 components. Now we have to set these 3 components to this spinner. See here, spinner. We have a spinner here now. We have to choose, we have to put this, we have to put these things in spinner, right? Meanwhile, I have to share my screen for this thing for the better understanding. Now start a Google Meet. I will share my screen in Google Meet. So before going to the array, before going to the setting to the values to spinner, I want to explain one example, live example. I will show you the image and I will explain you the example. Wait a minute. I just hello. Stop the video and join now. Wait a minute. I am sharing my link. I will connect my phone. Wait a minute. Yeah, see this. See, going to setting these values into the spinner, what we have to, I will give you one example, a live example. So I just shared my screen. Wait a minute. Array list, yeah. I already done this array spinner in my app, in my mobile. I already installed that. I will show you and I will explain you. See, this is the array list, how it looks. See, this is the array list. This is the custom array list. I just customized the array list. I will tell you these customized concepts in the next video if possible. Wait a second. See, this is the array list I have. These are the 3 rows. These are the 3 items. Here we have these 3 items in this array. We are going to set these 3 items into the spinner. So before going to that, I have to give a small example. I have to open a, I'm going to open an image. See, this is the image. If you want to if you want to charge your phone, if you want to charge your mobile phone, what you have to do, you have to combine these two things, what, adapter and wait a second. Yeah, we can imagine how spinner. Okay, wait, see this is an adapter, this is an adapter, and this is a USB cable. If you want to charge your phone, you have to combine these two things. In the same way how the spinner works, we have to use one adapter, we have to choose an array. This is our array, this is our array list. We have to combine our adapter, we have to combine adapter and this array list. See here, we have to combine layout and array with this adapter. After combining these two things into single piece, then only we can set this then only we can charge our phone na. That in the same way, if you combine this layout and array with this adapter, then only you can code for spinner, you can do a spinner. Without that, see, in this here, in this way, this is the adapter, this is the layout and array, and then you can code spinner. Without that, you can't give action to the spinner. In this way we are going to give in the action. See, now I will create one adapter. Same example, I will give one adapter. I will declare an array adapter. This is the string adapter. We have string values, string array list, and array adapter equal to new array adapter. In this adapter, we have to combine our array list. Our array list. This is the small syntax you have to give like this. This is the context we called. And now we have to combine our, this is the adapter. I declared one adapter already. See, this one I have created. This adapter I have to create. And now I have to combine one layout for spinners. See, for what I want, for what purpose I am using layout here. See, I will open my app again. See, for what purpose I want layout means for this purpose. See, see, we have some box like thing here. See, this is one box. When you click on the drop down button here, you will get one box. You will get one box like this. See, wait. See, you are getting some box. For this box I want a layout. But this is the custom thing. I customized the box. But if you there is no need to customize the box. If you want, why I used customize thing is to look beautiful. So if you want a normal spinner, you can do that. How you can do the normal spinner? This, and you have to pass a layout. How can we pass a layout? Using r dot layout dot support simple spinner. See, here it has support simple spinner, and I just added the layout to the adapter. And what I have to add? I have to add the array to the adapter, array list. Now our charger is completed. See, these two things are combined. Now we have to set this charger to the spinner. How can I set that charger to the spinner? See, I just have an adapter. To this adapter, I just combine the one layout. This is the default thing. This layout is the default thing, and I combine the array list. So now I have to set this adapter. This is the whole thing is a charger. This whole thing is a charger now. Whole thing is a charger. Now I have to set the charger to my mobile phone. Mobile phone is in our context, this is a spinner. So set adapter, array adapter. Yeah, that's it. Now our spinner has these three values. Our spinner has these three values. So what coming to this layout, what it will do is it will give a inbuilt spinners. Like I will show you when I'm going to run this app. I will show you there when I am running this app. So now what we have to do, we have to get the text from the spinner. If you want to get the data from the spinner, how can you do that? So if we are using a button, how can we how we are giving the actions to that button? How we are giving the actions to that button? By listeners, on click listeners. In the same way, spinner also having a on click listener, because for every clicking, if you have any button, you have to click. For every click, when the user clicks, you have to give some action. So spinner is also clickable. We can click on the spinner. So we have to get the items. We have to get the items. These items from the spinner. How can we get that items? So for this item, to get the items from the spinners, you have a on item selected listener. See, on item selected listener. See, we have on item selected listener. So this is the listener which catches the item from the spinner. If the user clicks on the items, okay, it will catch the items. So now what we have to do, we have to give new adapter. Everything is default. See, what I want now, I want to get the items. So how can I get the items? See, wait a minute, I will share my screen to explain this, what is going on here. See, this is the adapter view. This is the method. In this method we have the 4 parameters. One parameter is adapter view, another one is view, another one is int I, another one is long L. I will explain you here adapter view and int I here. You can Google it. What is this view in the select on click listener and long L. I will explain you here int I and adapter view. These are the very important things when coming to the spinners. See, this adapter view, wait a minute, I will just adjust this. See, this adapter view is this one. When I click on the drop down, you are getting one text view. This is one view. See, this is a layout. What layout? Here I am declaring a layout. Simple spinner drop down item. This is a view. Whole layout is a view. We call whole layout is a view. Just we are seeing that, so we call the term as a view in simple words. Okay. So for this view, this adapter view. See, this adapter view represents this whole box. Okay. Imagine like that. Just imagine. This adapter view just holds this box and everything in this box, and this int I is the position. Whenever the user clicks on the student, this is the 0th position, this is the first position, this is the second position. Okay, whenever the student clicks on student, here the I will be 1. This is the position, this is the position. Okay, so sorry, I'm getting a call, I think so. So this is I is the position. So now what I have to do, if the user clicks on the student, how I can get the data? First I have to refer to this adapter view. I have to get the reference from this adapter view, and then the position in this adapter view. In that way I can get the data from the spinner. So I will do that here. So I will do that here. Wait a second. So how we can get? I already, wait a minute. Yeah. So we don't want this choose role. Just we are mentioning that this spinner is for choosing a role. We don't want this choose role now. We just want only student or professor, whether the user is a student or a professor. We don't want this choose role thing. We don't want to get this choose role data. Okay, first I will tell you how to get the data. Declare a string spinner data equal to adapter view. So I have to first get the reference from the adapter view. So I got the reference dot get item at the position. I want the position at the item of the position in the adapter view. So that's why the reference from the adapter view, and I am getting the position item at that position. What is the how I can get the number index of that position through the I? So I will give I want to convert this to toString. In this way we can get the data, and we can display this data using toast method plus SPI spinner data. In this way we can show the data to the user. I will run this program. So if what we have to do, if we we don't require this one choose role. We are just mentioning to the user that this spinner is used to choose a role of yourself. So how we can do that? I will show you. Just run. I will just show you what happens. Yeah, the building is going on. So if you want to know about what is this toast message, this is also done in the playlist. This is also we are done with this concept in the playlist called Android with Firebase only. In that playlist you can find the one single video for this toast. Okay, only 3 minutes, I think 3 to 2 minutes. And if you want to know about the binding, how we are binding, this one also discussed. And so that's it. These are the important things you have to know before getting into this video. If you have any doubts, you can contact us, no problem in that. I will mentioning about the contacting things in the last of this video. Yeah, I think the build will complete. Wait a second. In the meanwhile, I will tell you how to customize. The customizing thing I will explain in the next video, because it's a somewhat tricky. There is no big task in that. There is no big task in creating a customized spinner. It's just like a toy. We can play with that. Nothing. Spinners are very easy concept in the Android. Everything is easy, but it is too easy. Spinners are too easy. Wait a second. Yeah, the build is completed. Now the app is installing in my phone. This is my phone. Yeah, see, I will share my screen. See, when I will kill this app. and I will again search it. See, this is app, my application. When I click on it, see, you will get choose role data also. See here, you will getting choose role also, but we don't need this. We don't need this, and we want this choose role should be in the middle. We want this text to be in the middle. So I will tell about this is called customization of the spinner. This is the default spinner. Why we are getting this spinner like this? Because of this layout. Because of this layout. In next video, we will create a separate layout, our customized layout for this spinner. You can see that in the next video. For now, focus here. See, here I am getting the choose role data also, but I don't require it. Other things are fine. If I click on the student, I will get the student as the toast message. If I click on the professor, I will get the professor data. So this is how things works in spinner. But we want what we want. We don't require choose role option. How we can neglect that thing? We have to write a if condition. If condition should be what I want. I don't require choose role. What I have to do? See, the same thing I am doing. Control C. I'm pasting here. If the string is equals to choose role. What? Choose role. The string is equals to choose role. This is the if condition. But we don't want this choose role. That's why I'm using not operator. So what it will describe is if the string is not equals to choose role, then only we have to get the data. This is the if condition. See, this is the if condition. What I am saying to Java, that if the user clicks on the choose button and I am converting that to string. If that is equal to choose role, I don't want to get inside this loop. If it is not a choose role, this is the not operator. If it is not a choose role, then only you have to enter into this loop and you have to get the data from this loop. That's it. Now we can get now we can't get the choose role option. See, we can't get the choose role option now. It's very interesting, a simple topic. In the next video, I will show you how to customize the things. It's very interesting how to customize. The customizing part is very interesting. Yeah, see, yeah, I got. If I see, we didn't get the choose role data. Choose role here. In the previous app, we get the choose role also here. So now when I clicking on the student, I will get the student as the toast message. When I clicking on the professor, I will get the professor. When I clicking on the choose role, it won't give. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. See, when I clicking on the choose role option, choose role thing, I won't get that one. I won't get that thing. So that's how we can neglect the choose role option. And the first index, that in this way we can neglect the first index of the list in the spinner. So this is the concepts about the spinner and the array list and the string, how we can declare the string arrays in the Java, and how we can get the data from the spinner. So these are the things. This is the way we can create a spinner in our activity, like user registration activity or login activity. So in the next video I will explain you about the customization of spinner. So until then, goodbye.